Yeah, but what if Savage was in the witness protection program and his name was actually Sam, and you saying Sam right there just really freaked him out? Like, he went into full tailspin, man. He's freaking out. He is freaking out right now. Welcome in, everybody. LaForce Pegs. Casey, douchebaggery incoming. We are the king. If you guys didn't know, we got crowned the SPPD king. King douchebag. Now, I don't like the term douchebag, but I'll just interchange it for king shit. King asshole shit. I don't know. King. I like king shit. I don't know why. It sounds awesome. The king shit. I am literally the shit. Anyway, it's pretty fun. I campaigned pretty hard, and we ended up winning. You blew my fucking cover. You blew my fucking cover. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Pegs, LaForce, Savage, of course. Pegs is here. Casey's here. Amazing junk tattooed. Amazing dunks are pretty great too. Pockets, what's up, man? Budweiser's here. And don't forget Reaper and LaForce. And oh yeah, Capim's here. What's up? Welcome in. Sorry, Sam. Sam's on the, I remember reading a novel when I was a kid called Zach's Lie, maybe, or Zach. I think it's called Zach's Lie, or The Lie, or something like that. And it's about not to be confused with Z for Zachariah, which is also a pretty decent book. The movie, they didn't do it justice, but Zach's Lie was about a kid who was in witness protection, I think, and I don't think he knew he was in witness protection or some shit. He had like amnesia, and so he was getting all sus for his parents, thinking they weren't really his parents, because like they kind of weren't really his parents. Like, they were his parents, but like they weren't his parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were pretending to be somebody else too, and it was all sus. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't remember the plot of that book at all, except for the fact that he was in witness protection. That's it. That's all I remember. And then I vaguely remember, I think the finale of the movie when he was being chased by the finale of the book where he's being chased by the people who are chasing him, because I think the school accidentally published a picture of him in the paper because of a play or something like that. And so they were in a theater and they were like crawling in the catwalks. And that's all I remember. That's like literally the only... I should read it. I think I have it over there. I actually found it the other day. I went through my parents' old bookshelves and grabbed all the books I might care to have. So a bunch of just old shit, like the fucking Hatchet and the River and My Side of the Mountain. You guys remember that shit? All right, let's get into this week. We had a pretty interesting week, pretty intense, pretty fucking, I don't know what other word, harrowing. It's a good thing I wasn't really paying attention at the end of the night, because I would have had a fucking aneurysm. But us and Tidal Wave both had somebody not get their run in. I don't know what happened with Tidal Wave, but for us, we had somebody who they screwed up the timing. They usually have an hour, but they only had like 3 minutes because like daylight savings or something fucked up the reset time for them, and they hadn't realized it or something like that. I don't know. Obviously, he should have played Saturday night or something like that, but neither here nor there. We did end up still winning by a pretty decent margin. Although, if they would have had one more run, unless it was like a 64 run or something like that. But yeah, very lucky. The SPPD gods in front of us, the SPPD gods were protecting us there. But we look at the average. We were 4th. Chef's Elite came a little bit above us. I'm trying to do the math. Oh, Chefs ran 46. Interesting. They ran 46, and Illuminati still caught up to him. So Illuminati's got to take a loss. So basically, the math would be every week, if they're at 46, they lose like 19 points a week, pretty much, I think. Because I think you lose 15 points for not being at 50 just from the placement. So instead of getting like 100, you get 85. And then you get 1 point per person pretty much, because every 100 points is a person, or is a point. So if you have 4 less people, that's 4 points there. So 19 points. So pretty much Illuminati would have to lose once every, if they get second place, you get 50 points less. So if they make 20 points, so pretty much every like 3 weeks. So if Illuminati loses once a week, or once a month, excuse me. If Illuminati loses once a month, then, or here, I'll show the next screen, it'll be better. If Illuminati loses, they're above Chef's Elite by 1 right now. If they win every week, there's no way Chefs can catch them, right? But all they have to do is lose once a month pretty much, and Chefs, as long as Chefs gets first place, which obviously they could lose to us, so Chefs might stay 3rd. And I'm honestly fine with Chefs being 3rd. I think they should honestly be 4th, 5th. Honestly, I think maybe it should be Free to Play Whales, Illuminati, Dire Tide. I don't know. Probably Sauce is fairly there. French Family and Spain Park are probably fairly there, I guess. But like they never ran 50 either. So like, does that? I said Szechuan might have for a while, but does that make them? Is it worth it that they're there? I don't know. It's hard to judge that. If they're just legitimately like a 46 team and they've just been grinding up the whole time, that's fine too. They're never gonna catch up. Like you see that huge gap between, you know, we're 300 between 1st and 2nd, and then between 3rd and 4th is, or not 3rd and 4th, 4th and 5th is another 200, and then it's kind of even per. What up, Matt? What's up, Tattoo? Singing to myself, bye bye Miss America, bye bye Miss American Pie, 3.14 apple pie. Why was I born white? No one quite knows why. All right. But anyway, back to this. Mercenaries had a pretty good run, and Szechuan Sauce was right below. I did actually beat someone on Szechuan Sauce. I think it's that Szechuan Sauce. So if I wouldn't have beat them, they would have been higher up on that a bit. Jimmy James, what's up, buddy? All right, let's continue on through the weekly update. Welcoming everybody who just got here. Matt and Jimmy, how you guys doing today? So we have the games from last week. Let's get into them. Shoutcast a little bit. How's everybody doing? How'd you guys Team Wars go? Doing good, just chilling. Did you get anything with the packs? I haven't even opened mine, so we'll see me open them later. I haven't opened the game today at all. But all right, we got, so one thing though, there isn't going to be any Adventure Lock games this week because I guess I didn't get caps at all. I swear to God I got caps on Friday. I swear to God I did. Maybe I never actually opened the pack. Like I've done that before where I win the game, maybe I click, oh, watch the ad, then I kind of forget, and then what up, C Money? I kind of forget, and then by Saturday I was like, what the fuck? I can't play? Like, why can't I play? So that sucks. Some kid called my mom and said to tell me that, oh shit. How did you get your mom's? We barely won without you, man. I feel like you're lying. Savage, what's up? Lou picking Incan was a bit odd. Yeah, I mean, it ended up working out for him. Obviously, if you only go up against like low-level Randys and shit, it's not gonna really matter. And if your whole team has them level 5, which they might, I guess, because they're like super try-hard now. Incan max 4 was enough. Anyway, definitely not Glanz coming in on Nambla this week, right? Yep, Nambla this week. Nam fam representing. We got Nicky Cages. All right, Nicolas Cage in the house. I just watched The Rock, Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery. If you guys haven't seen The Rock, check it out. I even rented it on Amazon. I was like, this is worth $4 because my girlfriend had never seen it, and I was like, what? That was on TV all goddamn time, all the time. And one thing about it is that I decided to support the push here because I don't know. It just felt like a good idea. It felt right. I knew I could unholy the slave. I knew the level 4 shield maiden was going to survive the sheriff for quite a while. And I knew... Well, that was maybe a bad idea. Oh, man, him getting my Randy there was a real punch in my cunt. Save her. Nicely done. And Hookhand gets it. Boom. Knock him back. If Ike wouldn't have died there, that would have been preferable, but it's too bad. Let's just heal this beautiful little baby here. Baby. Jesus. Bubby's going crazy. Baby. See, this is the reason why I didn't think Inkin was the right choice. Because anybody that had like level 2 Inkin, we shouldn't have picked Inkin on Namblos, that's for sure. But anybody with level 2 Inkin was like, it's worthless. It's worthless. There's like no point. Like if I would have targeted better here, I would have survived that and killed all of those rats and it would have been incredible. Sam Killer 114. Yeah, I gave out that bar because it didn't seem like he was gonna be able to stop me on Nuki because I had the removal. But one shot in the Bebe. So that's why it's better to run the Ninja, because Ninja at level 1 or 2, still not the worst card ever, right? What's up, Sea Urchin? Not the worst card I've ever seen. Like, anybody getting a little bit of a boost. Like, you saw that Belf, she had like a plus 20 boost from the Bradley, but it's all it really needs to put some cards over the edge just a little bit. All right, so we get the slave damage. I'm slow playing it a little bit here. I making up my mind, get a little bit of a field advantage, maybe drop half an energy, no big deal. Definitely get it back. So the dog poo is pretty much only in the deck to break the slave heal, right? So you hope that dog poo does that before he gets hit by hook hand, but nope. Are you sure about that? Yes, I'm sure. So the dog poo level 5, pretty fucking strong this week. He's good because he one-shots the cocks, which kind of nullifies their strength a little bit. And you always got to defend, even if I think I would have been fine there. I didn't want him to get some hits because who knows, maybe he's got ink in and chips me down or something like that. What's up, Candyman? So we're just using this push pretty much. I mean, they walked into fireball range there. There's not much I could have done there, but they already got plenty of value. Maybe I shouldn't have ninju'd him because of that, but at this point, I was pretty certain that if he did have Fireball, it wasn't going to be high enough level to kill my guys. But the regen keeps them all alive. We kill his Brad. See, there's the fire. See, exactly. The Fireball wouldn't have done much. Wouldn't have done much. Boom, boom. Well played. Oh, rude. Nice matchup there, though. I wish Moody would have gotten these fucking 5Ks. All right, here we go. It's Macho Man Randy Savage on definitely not Glanzer. Szechuan Sauce versus the alt account. Let's see how it works out. We're going to lead with the Paladin, I believe. Slow play him a little bit. See what he does into us. Let's see what he does. Ooh, he misplays the Zen out front, which will push him onto my side. I want to slow play it here, so we're playing the Belf. So that, because the Belf will eventually attack the Zen, right? And if we put Bradley out, then she'll start attacking the Zen earlier and stay even better in position. Now here, I'm pretty much just throwing him away, so I have better position on the protection of Belf. Push Belf back there a little bit, which is nice. Belf, I wish Belf would retarget away from the Zen here, but she's got crazy aggro range, so even if she got pushed out of range, she would still walk back into range. Now here, we're a little bit in trouble. I'm watching the Zen here, and the Zen seems like he's going to be alive for a while because Slave doesn't have a whole lot of damage. The level 5 Slave here, now this is a bad ninja on his part, in my opinion, because it's just like he didn't really get much value out of it, like overall. Like I'm gonna counter push the shit out of him right here because I have Ninju with a boosted Randy that his fireball missed the Ninju though. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. I still think I'm gonna counter push here, especially this counter on the Ike. Perfectly done here. Well done. Get the stacks. Oh, I didn't think that Randy was going to start hitting Ike there. That was a mistake. Ooh, but the Shield Maiden not hitting Randy. This is working out for him. Are we going to be able to come back? This is intense, guys. What's going to happen? We're getting desperate here, but the Shield Maiden is not getting hit. Hopefully, Hookhand gets hit. No, Hookhand takes out our one real threat. Oh, no. This guy's gonna potato pick his way into victory. No, the level 1 regen keeps the Shield Maiden alive just long enough, or not level 1, but base level. The Shield Maiden doesn't get her shield off. We push the issue a little bit with the Belf. She stays back a little bit. She does survive the level 14 by quite a bit. So does Bradley. Let's go. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? 49 seconds. Can we come back? Belf, not a threat. Bradley, not a threat. We're going to slow play, make sure Belf hits our Zen, and then bank on him removing the Zen, and then play Slave after that or something. Or just kill the Bradley. Some people remove the Zen thinking, ooh, we're going to win. Now we just remove this bitch. Easy mode. He could ninja here, and it could be an issue, but people, a lot of, like, it's kind of a high-level play to ninja the Slave like that, and I don't see a lot of people do that. Now we just kind of push in. We got a pretty decent push here with the dog poo. Dog poo's dangerous if you don't fucking deal with them. People don't really realize that. We're gonna use the regen. No, we're gonna ninju. We're just ninjuing the dog poo and the shield maiden. What's gonna happen? We're playing Belf. No. We're playing regen. No. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nothing. We're not playing anything because we didn't want the counter push if we failed this push. And shield maiden walks right through, and we counter into the victory, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. GG indeed. GG indeed. Not Tarb. Not Tard. Tarbited. Lead with this. What's he gonna do? Oh, easy choice. Easy clap. Get him, Mike. Get him, Mike. Get him, Mike. Oh, the cocks come out firing. Just the way Pegs likes it. But the level 5. Oh, the fireball. I had already gotten a stack, so the fireball didn't kill me. Thanks, Friedbo. It's my greatest achievement, I think. I think it's my greatest achievement yet. That was kind of a bad shield there. I didn't want to try to defend here, honestly. It's just not really worth it. It's a level 4 paladin, so it's not going to kill my shield maiden very quickly. And the Zen was going to go down, so I made the decision not to play cards there. And I hope he gets smacked with it. Nope, didn't. Oh, that's an inking target. We're going to lose. We're going to get chipperinoed. Chippied. Oh, but we two-shot. Guys, level 5 shield maiden, 2 shots. Level 2 shield maiden. Something, that's probably an interaction you've never seen before. Fuck me, that's not even fair. I could have regen those cocks, and the cocks could have taken the bar by themselves. Oh, easy. Easy clap. Nailed it. All right, we got my no-no spot. Sounds like a killer. My no-no spot from Hilltop Zone. You guys know that Sonic? I don't remember the words, except it's like meow meow. Fuck, dude. I swear to God, I unholied and hit the Bebe there in a game. I swear to God that happens. I go to kill the ninju, or I go to kill the maxi, and I accidentally hit the dude, this is just pathetic. If this guy's levels were like max, I still think I would have countered this push. Like, yeah, I think I would have been fine. But he played all right. And that's one reason I don't like running Fireball, because it is one of the most misplayable cards in the entire game. And when people are like, nobody's gonna misplay Fireball, you could match up against someone who's 5k in gold. You could absolutely see somebody misplay Fireball. You could see somebody who's they might not have ever played these cards ever before in their entire career. Oh shit. All right, we got Mac and Vets from Szechuan sauce. Is this just a different version of Szechuan sauce? 6,500 again. Wally, what's up, buddy? 6,500. I mean, it's just unfortunate. And we got our like traditional bucket head on. Zen? Brother, who taught you how to play this fucking game? You need to subscribe to Warp TV on YouTube or watch my ass stream and learn a thing or two. Zen midline? Jesus Christ and Christ. And you even get the perfect hit here with the, I think his hook hand hits every target. I swear to God. I'm just kind of giving up the Bebe here. Baby, I'll get her value. Oh wait, I didn't give her up. I'm supporting her. Bebe will get her value though. Watch this shit. I'm ruthless with this fucking Bebe. We're still chilling. We're not using it. She dies. Get the shield. Regen through the shield. Pop it off. Oh boy. And then what do? You zen away the... Aw, if there wasn't range hitting her, we were playing that perfectly. Randy. There's so much health on that Zen. I almost wish it was gonna die and like play into me, you know? Do it, dog poo. Oh shit, look at this shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Dog poo coming in clutch though. Look at that cock. 118. Oh man, he thought he had me. He thought he had me. Uh-oh. I did play this right into the fireball. Honestly, I welcome the fireball. Bring it. You still got some cocks to deal with. Oops, there it is. Fireball! Firepower! Because I knew the ninja would survive. It's just a waste of 5 energy. That's kind of a bait there. Like, I knew even if that fireball wipes the Randy, I win this push heavily. And I don't know if he can come back from it. At all. Like, look at this shit. Boom! Smoke him! Boom! Smoke him! And then we keep it going. And we can protect them. And then those cocks come in. Like, look at that. That was perfect timing on these cocks. Look at this shit. Boom! We take the bar, and then the cocks spawn. Like, holy shit. Holy crap. That was incredible. This is Sauce's second team. We were matched with him. Well, I hope you won because of this, buddy. I hope you won by 8 points. He played well, though. I mean, I gotta admit. I have to admit. All right. I don't know what order these games are in, but we'll try to get them in the right order. Moody did not do well this week. He did all right, but he didn't do great. I had okay levels. The Sheriff Cartman, interesting choice. Not terrible. You'll see that it actually breaks the slave heal at one point, which is pretty good. Starvin' Marvin coming in, which Starvin' Marvin is only good if there's just like no good range units. And this week there was 2. There was Belf, there was Randy, and you could get Inkened. So Starvin' Marvin was definitely, this is it. Oh no, I fucked up. Whoops. Although after I played it, I was like, you know, that's probably okay. I was like, that's probably gonna be fine. 1 health. This motherfucker with 1 health. No. And we fireball to clean it up though. And Dog Poo's gonna target on the slave. No. Dog Poo does keep targeting on the Randy. If Dog Poo would have retargeted on the slave, this would have been really interesting here. Because I think Dog Poo might have. No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got to use the heal here, or the shield here, just to try to protect our new kid. But the cocks come out and help us. I thought we were going to get overrun by cocks, but our cocks came out and protected us. We're going to get the bar here. We're going to hook hand preemptively to clear whatever he's got. Kind of forces him to not play anything, or lightning bolt him. Nobody's going to lightning. Nobody's ever going to lightning. See, I played into a fireball here, but he played it so recently. Yeah, that was bad. But, like, either way, that push was dying. And Bradley, I mean, I guess Bradley would have been kind of a threat if I would have played him up top. That was a mistake for sure. Should have played Bradley up top. I felt like, though, he didn't have Fireball in his hand because he played it earlier. But I guess it was long enough. I guess it was, yeah, it was like 2.5 minutes he played it. Yeah, I guess, fuck. The first Fireball was so bad, though, that it's like, how can he possibly laugh at me for playing into that Fireball when he whiffed his last Fireball so fucking hard? How can you do that? Came first by 150 points or so. All right, well, it was because of me. I saved you guys. It was close till I beat that guy, and then they gave up. They gave up hope. So this is a hell of a push, and he gave up though. So there's nothing he can stop. But the Shield Maiden level 2 also not the greatest. I wish we could have gotten Shield Maiden to at least 3. That would have been much better. I think going forward, I'll try to pay more attention to what's going on Namblos to get better better decks together. Because we really are, we really don't get many caps, so it's hard to pick the right stuff. Really there, we should have dead 1 card, and like Hook Hand should have been dead. Elf King. Elf King's probably a good one. The upgrades weren't terrible, but not picking Ninja, picking Inken over Ninja was probably the biggest mistake. All right, level 3. If that hits my Hook Hand, I'm in a bit of trouble. Nope, we're good. All right, keeping it safe here. Let's probably Sheriff. All right, this is great. I like that. I like that. We're gonna probably Sheriff. See, that was a great fucking fireball right there. But I can't really wait. I can't really afford to wait for that 5 to see how. I mean, really, that's a great fucking fireball there, right? But look at this Sheriff with his ability. Oh no, we're not able to defend. Oh no. See, that was, I should have played the Executioner instead of, see, this was bullshit too. Well, actually, we survived. No, that is bullshit. See, the paladin started attacking the Belf instead of New Kid, which is kind of bullshit. Can we can we counter? Can we come back? All right, we'll see. On the coattails of 2 minutes left, on the coattails of Randy with the, oh man, he is fucking shoving it in our face. Can we get out of there? Can the Cox prevent it? Let's see what happens. We're just putting the hook hand out for the health. Hopefully it takes out somebody. Yes, it takes him out. The one guy that was going to get the ninja boost gets taken out. That is the one mistake we needed. Can we maybe come back here? Bradley is a good idea, but I think we might need to protect with the slave. Yes, we got to drop the slave. Even if he gets it with Unholy, we're going to have more cocks coming at him. We have a lot of cocks coming at him. Pegs is excited. Even more cockies, even more cocking balls. This is what I was talking about. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12. Pegs, can you keep track? Pegs, you're a professional cock counter. How many were there? How many were there? Let's go to Pegs in the field. Pegs lot. How many cocks were there? I got a microphone. No, I don't. I lied. Wait, I do. Hold on. 1 sec. Let me get my props out. Pegs a lot. How many cocks? 1 robot cock. 5 cocks, maybe 7. Or was it? That's just because you only got 1 shoe on. But anyway, the sheriff coming in tight. We're trying to use the sheriff to break the slave. Does it work? It doesn't work. Slave not getting broke. Oh no, this is a real hassle for us. We got to try with the fireball. The fireball comes in. Will it kill? No, we miss it. The shields protecting everything. Now we just got to go hard in the paint. We should have put the rats on the top side. Maybe they would have snuck all the way around. We'll see what happens. This mid push is going to be here for quite some time. Let's see who gets the best fireball value first, because this push is getting insane. We need the cocks out. We need to put our shield up. Put the shield up. Protect everybody. Paladin coming in. Oh, we got to keep that Randy out of it. Maybe Randy will get a hit on New Kid. Oh no, what's Hook Hand gonna hit? Hook Hand hits the Randy. There goes our advantage. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Randy's still alive. Can we keep him alive? Oh no, Randy gonna get hit by something? No, Randy's alive. Everything we needed was Randy surviving there. No, oh Jesus. Sheriff gets pushed away from New Kid, doesn't get any damage out, but the hook hand, is it gonna clean up? Is it gonna hit the slave? No, it doesn't hit the slave. We gotta deal with it. The unholy on him. No, the rats on the top side. Oh, this is ballsy. 21 seconds left. What will happen? Is this a draw? What's gonna happen? The rats on the top side. The rats forget about the slave. The rats, the cocks taking the hits. The rats around the side. Moody bucket heads coming back from 2 down. And you best believe we're laughing, baby. Let's go. That was my first game of the fucking night. That was my first game of the night. I didn't play my adventure lot because I couldn't. So that was the first game of the night. That one right there. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And then my first game on DNG was fucking the Szechuan sauce guy. And I was just like, oh my God. Give me a break. But you know how I do it, baby. You know how I do it, baby. This guy's probably gonna beat me now. All right. Moody coming in clutch. The sheriff really fucks me, honestly. The shield maiden, if the shield maiden was 3, would have been much better deck. I could have just avoided the Incan play. I was checking damage there for the Incan, I think, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near killing him. Doing it just to kill the cocks at least. And then Bradley helps him out. But look at this. The Randy pretty much 2 shots my fucking, oh no. See, that was my fault. That was a bad play into the fireball. But right here really sucks that Randy doesn't die there. So if, honestly, I could have upgraded Randy to level 5. We did have him upgraded to 5. But I didn't have the coins, so I couldn't do it. So with that extra upgrade, that extra damage from that ability might have been all we needed. I don't know if we're gonna be able to damage. Oh no, can it hit one of the cocks? Hook hand, no! Hook hand hits our one defender. Honestly, I don't have anything in this deck that can break the slave heal. I don't know how we broke it right there. It was such a lucky, it had to have been such a lucky mix of, and Shield Maiden level 3, like what I was saying. Dude, is that a level, those are all level 1 cocks. Did you see this? Look at this. Level 4 slave dies, and then level 1 cock spawn. Look at this. What? What? That's new. That's new. Yeah, dude, I swear I got those caps on Friday night. I swear. I remember playing both accounts. I remember laughing because I beat somebody with Classy. I remember it. I just must not have opened the fucking pack. The hook hand smoking the Bradley. Not bad, not bad at all. But can we come back? We're in bad position here. We pretty much have to give up this. We can't remove. I mean, maybe removing the. Maybe Unholy Combust on the Bebe there would have been my only chance. Maybe. But if this guy gets removed, then we're definitely fucked. But the Sheriff could come in and maybe protect us. But the Belf is just going to get stacked from these cocks. But our Belf is getting stacked too. But we only have 53 seconds left. Let's see if we can turn this one around. This is going to be kind of tight. Don't know if we're going to be able to. We just got to put the Incan out. I mean, really, it's just... I shouldn't have played the Incan here even. Because it's just like... Shield Maiden's going to two-shot him. Look, I hit him with it, but it was like worthless. Get him! I see, that was a good fireball. See, you couldn't really... The fireball was a good choice if you were just gonna be super aggressive, because you're kind of forced to play into... You're kind of forced to play into fireball range in those like clusters of fights, really, if they're at your new kid. So if you have the energy lead, it's a real good way to really guarantee the win. But that one was just levels there. Like that Randy really fucked me. The Sheriff not killing the Randy early put me at a huge disadvantage, and I couldn't really come back from that. Sheriff needs another buff. Yeah, he needs to... I don't know what he needs to do. His ability needs to do way more damage, for one. And maybe make him a little faster to make him like this aggressive as fuck, like damage tank. Like offensive 4-cost tank kind of thing, you know? Or maybe like if his ability hits allies, they get like a little speed boost or like an attack boost. Like they get like a little happy, you know what I'm saying? All right, we got to kill that witch doctor, which we did, but luckily we broke the slave here, the slave heal here. So this guy is 7,200 though, so we got to kind of worry about what he's gonna have coming at us. But we're gonna drop this just to deal with the cocks. Paladin not getting in there though. And the hook hand, is he gonna hit somebody good? No, hook hand fails this guy, so that's good. We're just gonna use the Randy. This was a mistake here. Right when I played it, I was like, oh, I just lost. I was like, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have supported this guy. Now I really shouldn't play anything else to support him. I should just kind of accept that I killed my Randy. I killed my fucking Randy. Now honestly, he kind of made a mistake playing his cocks, in my opinion. He should have just kept hitting me the whole time and now played his cocks right here. That's what I would have done. Bigger, harder AoE damage. Bigger, longer uncut. All right, so hopefully we can stop him. Nice, the cocks do turn around and our Bebe gets one hit off. Gets two hits off. Can she get a heal? Oh, and we snipe the Bebe. Flustered Cuck getting lucky here. Hook hand coming in very clutch. Can we do something here? Let's see. Maybe support with a cheap fighter that's not very worth a lot. Uh-oh. The witch doctor here. This is going to be trouble. We got to hope for this fireball. No, we got to wait for it. Yep, it's a good fireball. No, I second guessed myself. If I would have done it right away, then the rats wouldn't have gotten the damage off. I think that one up front actually did survive. All right, this is getting ballsy here because we don't have anything to defend, but we do have the Paladin. Oh, the Ninju. Is it gonna matter? Is it gonna matter? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit, I shouldn't have played the rats there. I should have just given up that bar. The Ninju on only the rats is gonna get him the win. Hilarious. Hilarious. See, that's why Ninju is just better than Incan. I mean, that alone. But we got 20 seconds. Could we push a victory here? I should have played Shield Maiden immediately. I don't know what I'm doing. Showing that Incan was just dog shit at level 2 probably at this point. I mean, if I would have hit the fucking Ninja, I might have been able to prevent him from getting that bar. But that, I think, was just... must have stopped recording. That was pretty much levels 2. Like, just had trouble. So I went into... I started with that first game that I came back. Then I lost 2. So I'm sitting 2-1, or 1-2, I guess. And I'm thinking I'm going to go fucking shitty. And then I got those 2... I got 2 wins in a row. And I ended up going 3-2. So this one I won, and that last one I won. But just I felt like the levels could have been better distributed, and I just didn't have him leveled. Like if my sheriff would have been level 5, I feel like I would have had a little bit of a better shot because I used him quite a bit, and I didn't feel like he was a bad choice this week actually. If you had him level 7, like I mean not bad. Like his ability actually does kill like paladin and shit like that, because they're probably not, like for most teams they probably weren't going to be like level 7. They were going to be, you know, base level 6 or max level 6 or something like that. And you see that right there. If he would have been level 7, like he cleaned shit up on the back line, which one of the problems this week was reaching into the back line if you didn't run Inkin, right? So I was actually pleasantly impressed with this. And when you can run them both like that, where the sheriff's there cleaning up the riffraff around the slaves taking the shots, getting the heals. I mean, this slave stayed alive for like an hour and a half here. We're looking to fireball just this guy, but we probably don't even have to. Most of my gold games I was against level 5 epics. Yeah, exactly. If you only have level 4s and you go up against the level 5s, it's just such a different, that jump is such a big difference. Like you have to really outplay them, and it has to be the type of deck that you can outplay. Now the cocks come in fucking sick, clutch, nasty here. Come from behind cock victory. That's what I like to see. I like the surprise cock. Risky ass hook hand. I'm all about hook hand risk, baby. Hook hand's high risk, high risk. There's no reward part. But the paladin sneaking through, the Belf does attack quick enough to take him out. Now right here I'm thinking, this guy's gonna counter into my fucking skull. But luckily we did have Randy level 4 at least, which was enough. Randy 4 is enough to be very, very useful, very deadly. So we played Randy just because, or Randy, Belf up there, Bradley up there just because we wanted to kill the Belf. Now the Belf does get onto our Randy, so we're trying desperately to kill her before Randy dies, which we do accomplish. And now we have the Belf ready to take this last bar if we need it. We can use the Inkin to clear the slave heal, which is exactly what we do. We get a little bit of damage there, and now we push it with the extra damage from everything. The rat's coming through. Luckily he gave up, and he's giving up those points. Never give up points, man. You never know when you might ruin somebody's week by losing by 2 points, you know. So this week had some excitement. First couple games were exciting. My main deck didn't really have anything, but the Szechuan game was pretty great, and that comeback on Moody was really cool, really fun. I just got a bad cycle. Sheriff, God, I wish I had more. I was thinking about I have enough cash I had enough like Cartman cash to buy the coins that I needed, but it's just such a bad return on your like cash in comparison to like how much coins you'd get and like mats and all that kind of shit you'd get from like refreshing PvPs or doing challenge mode or whatever for that same cash amount. It's just like it's hard to justify just buying coins. But Moody and Namblos, I think I mean I still got 3 wins, so I still got 90 or no 86 points. Yeah, I think I got 86 or something like that. 85 probably, because that one was only 2 bars. So did all right, and I think we might not have gotten last place because of that. I don't know. We'll have to check. But let's look forward into next week and look at the deck choices for this week. We have, this is kind of a typical Mystic week where you kind of have that Pope choice. And this is going to be a combination of a bunch of themes here. It's sci-fi, mystic, adventure, fantasy. It looks like there's sci-fi, mystic, adventure, fantasy, and then neutral, obviously. So it's everything except for superhero, really. And a couple of the new cards in there. So I like some of the choices that they put in here. So let's run through these here real quick. Well, not quick, because we can spend some time here because there's not much going on the update this week. But first off, we have Fireball. Now it kind of frustrates me when you get like a lot of the same cards 2 weeks in a row. Like Paladin was the choice last week, probably will be the choice this week. Unholy Combustion was last week. Fireball was last week. Stuff like that. Inkin was last week. But I guess it is what it is. It's not. I mean, there's not really that many cards to pick from. But I really wish they would mix it up a little bit because there's quite. I'd be interested to see a full like chart of all the cards that have been picked for this and like what's like the probability distribution or whatever you'd call it for each one. Like drone I think has been more often the pick than Thunderbird for sure, probably, right? But Ned being there is a real punch in the face. Like, who the fuck would pick Ned? Especially, like, what are the tanks? One tank. This slot, the only tank? Really? You're going to run Ned to heal just this guy? Just this guy. What? Guessing that there are less spell cards today. Yeah, for sure the spell cards. Yeah, the spell cards are understandable. Because, like, if you're running Mystic, the options are going to be Unholy, Hallelujah, Regen. One of those, right? But I mean, they could have done transmog because it's fantasy too. They could have just made that transmog. Why not just make that transmog? Make it so that you can't pope or snipe the Pope as easy. Makes it a little bit more of an interesting week, right? Fireball, I think, is the choice this week because I don't know. I would want Fireball in my deck because I think my music stopped. What happened? I would want Fireball in my deck because I can snipe Pope with Fireball fairly consistently. Hold on, my music's not working. I'm gonna close my music and open it again. Because I can snipe Pope pretty consistently, but it's difficult. You have to preempt it like you're using UC on Satan, kind of. So you have to know it's coming. So you could get susceptible to fireballing a fucking, if they're smart. Oh shit, what did I just move? If they're smart, fireballing. Where is my highlighter? There it is. Fireballing the Paladin, the Hermes, or this princess, excuse me, or the Heidi here. The 2-cost you just put behind your new kid instead of Pope, hoping that they're going to unholy you. If they do unholy, you Pope quick and you still get the other target, right? Or you just eat the unholy, game plays onto your side and you end up winning, right? But although I would want that card in my deck, I don't think I trust 49, 47, 46, 44, 42, however many total people we have playing. I don't think I trust them to be able to not fuck up and maybe use that incorrectly. Although it is okay, like the Fireball is still a useful target for BHK pushes, stuff like that. God forbid you have to kill the garrison with it. But obviously the primo choice for it would be the Timmy. Now, one thing I would say is one less energy on the Hallelujah, and you don't really have to upgrade Hallelujah. Hallelujah kind of does its job at base level, just like Regen does. And with Fireball, you'd have to at least upgrade it, I think, to level 5, because level 5, well, maybe even level 6. Someone would have to check the stats. I'm not sure if level 5 kills level 5 Timmy. If it's level 5 max Timmy. But you'd have to think most teams would also maybe run like a base Timmy, base Pope Timmy, but I don't know. A little lag and you're done. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pull up music quick. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. Something's wrong with Pretzel. It's not loading. Make sure it's not very loud, though. Let me know if that's too loud or whatever. Have it tense. But yeah, so I think Hallelujah might be the choice this week. Save some caps, and then save the headache of, somebody misplaying Fireball. But I will say that it is also fairly easy to misplay the Hallelujah, and that's 4 energy down the shitter, too. So the goddamn FBI cut my line. They heard us talking about the Witsack, and they're like, No. You ain't outing people today, boys. Well, sorry. Savage, your secret is safe with us. What'd you see, man? A murder? What happened? It must have been pretty fucking serious, huh? See a mob boss kill somebody? I mean, more likely he saw, like, Bill Gates do something, you know what I'm saying? Anywho's, it's where were we? Before we got so rudely fucking Zuckerberged. Welcome back, everybody. I hope we didn't lose anybody in the process. All right, we're gonna go down this way and circle this way, right? All right, so, oh Jesus Christ, where'd that come from? I might be dying. All right, I got Rona. Guys, can you see in my throat? Nope, it's just a dark hole. It's just like pig's butthole. All right, so just like last week, Incan not leveled up is just complete horseshit. So Pope's definitely the choice because of this slot right here. You're gonna, even though there's Unholy, there's no other way to deal with it other than sniping with the fireball. And if the dude snipes you Pope with fireball, you just gotta give him fucking props at that point. You should have played fucking somebody else at that point because they have to preempt it. So they have to play before they know what cards you're playing. Unless you have maybe like a fraction of a second where you can kind of see how big the unit's gonna be. You know what I mean? But they could play Commander Hat and you might accidentally fucking snipe him. I'm Rona free. I got my vaccine and your 5G mind control chip a week ago. Nice. Do you feel smarter now that you're completely connected to the internet through your brain? Or is it like, I actually read this book that was called something with the word mind in it, maybe? Mind's eye? Or, oh shit, yeah, let me restart that. I'll have to reconnect it because it doesn't like when I have to reconnect when the thing does. All right, now everything you guys might want to try to say first. I hear all this damn beeping. I think they fucked up and put a 56K chip inside. Dude, can you imagine if imagine a world, you know, like a steampunk world where like technology is like just further than it should be at that time. You know, you got like steam engine horses, you know what I mean? Or like hover horses and shit. Anyway, imagine a world where they like figured out how to like put technology into your head, but it was like steam technology. Or it was dial-up internet. So like it was like, hold on, what was the question? Okay, hold on. Carl, can you shut it up? I'm sorry, it just comes. I can't stop. Carl, would you fucking stop it? That's what I'm imagining. Anyway, back to what game we were playing? Program Stan or Stan the Great. I mean, if you're not picking Stan the Great, dude, you're not thinking. One, Stan the Great's a common, very cheap. And two, Stan the Great is a fucking nightmare now, dude. He is a fantastic card. You put him out. Hey, Joey, thanks for the follow. Joey finally followed me. Finally got past the fact that I look like a murder guy, right? I am happy that you got over your phobia. Damn it, get off the phone. I'm trying to think. Oh, shit. All right. Oh, yeah, Sea Urchin has no... I bet you Sea Urchin has no fucking clue what dial-up... Look up the sound for dial-up internet, Sea Urchin. You're gonna learn something today. This bitch doesn't even know what fucking dial-up internet is. She's like, what's that? I've already got Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's always just been there for me. I was born into Wi-Fi. These fucking people, man. These fucking people, man. All right, Wally, what's up? Did I do Hallelujah, Pope, and STD? Yeah, we've done this so far. So Hallelujah is probably the choice. Pope's probably the choice. And Stan the Great's like definitely the choice. Like that's not no question here. There's no reason to go program Stan. Even if program Stan was a good card, the fact that Stan's common is a good enough reason because there's a couple legends. Unholy, you have to go Unholy just because of this slot. Like you don't really have a choice there. If this was Transmog, Hallelujah, Lightning Bolt, I would say run Transmog and Lightning Bolt to Pope, Transmog the big unit. I would do that, but it's not an option. So why am I talking about it? Why am I even bringing that up? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? I guess you learn deck building, theory crafting overall. Anyway, Paladin's the choice here. Deckhand's just not really worth it. I mean, I will say he's not worthless. Like you can definitely play him well coupled with the Manbear Pig for sure. Put Manbear Pig out and then you play him, and you're almost guaranteed that they have to deal with him, right? Or else he's just gonna clean up because he does pretty good damage. He's a pretty quick attacking unit, so he can just clean up. Well, the Manbear Pig fucks shit up, and then when he dies, Manbear Pig has 700 more health, so it can be useful. But the problem is you don't really want to do that because, like, what if they kill Manbear Pig first? He doesn't get the heal. Most of the time, Deckhand just dies to New Kid and doesn't heal anybody. Just heals New Kid or something like that. So I don't really think 1 hour to download a song. Exactly. I don't really think Deckhand's worth it. And if Deckhand was 2 cost, I'd consider it a little bit more. But the shield can also be really impactful. It's just good for on defense, you know. If you can't quite, you know, assassin step the guy, you can still not really take damage because your New Kid's going to be able to take 1 or 2 hits without taking damage. Grand Wizard Cartman versus Mintberry Crunch, or Manbear Pig. I would say, what's up, Seal? I would say, I'd say Grand Wizard Cartman here. So Grand Wizard Cartman in general counters Manbear Pig. If you don't know why, just play them. Play one against the other in practice, and you'll understand why. Grand Wizard, and another thing, in my head, I can look at this deck. I can very easily think what I'm gonna do to stop that first Mintberry, or God damn it, I'm so Mintberry Crunch, Mintbear Pig, Manbear Crunch. I can think in my head how I'm gonna stop it, right? I put out my Grand Wizard Cartman or Manbear Pig, either one, if I have the energy. It kind of depends. But most likely, I play somebody like Classy would actually be a good one, but Classy or the drone slot would be the best initial target to use against Manbear Pig. And then you let him get pretty close to your New Kid too, but you got to make sure you don't let him splash onto your New Kid. And then you start playing assassins on either side of them.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, this is an important part. Everybody should care about this. You play assassins on either side of them so that not at the same time, just like one on the top, so that he doesn't get hit by the splash. And then you wait for them to play somebody to kill that assassin. So, you know, if you play your paladin, maybe they'll lead their monkey or something like that. So then you use your assassin to step his assassin, or maybe that's where you play Stay in the Grade or something like that. Maybe you could play Scout there as well, whichever it might be. But you use that to do the damage to that first Manbear Pig. Whereas with Grand Wizard Cartman, I don't really immediately know what I'm going to do to stop him. Drone's still a good choice, but his AoE does pretty good work on the drone. You can't really just play assassins into him because he can just use his ability. The best way to do it is just play like the fighter or whatever you're going to play. You know, Heidi's not a bad first unit. Classy. I guess Stan the Great wouldn't be terrible because you can mitigate the damage with his ability. Or your own Grand Wizard Cartman or whatever. But
Are you sure about that?
I love that one so much. Oh shit, I love it. But then the Grand Wizard Cartman can just knock away the assassin that tries to prevent him, right? So if you want to bait that first ability, you want to bait that on, even maybe you have to let him hit New Kid, whatever it takes, and then you play assassins on him, and then you try to stack. Don't stack into the Incan though if you don't think he has the Pope. Don't stack into the Fireball. You got to be careful, but you want to, top side and bottom side of the Man Bear Pig. In Grand Wizard Cartman, you want to be on the, you can be on the front side of them, but you want to be top and bottom to not give the value to those cards. But Fireball, really, you're going to take that value anyway. So I would just try to do as much damage to him with like the least amount of cards as you can, because he's not too scary this week, because it's pretty easy to body block him away from New Kid. There's so many 2-cost cards that you can play and then push him out of the way. Remember, if you play your card on Grand Wizard Cartman's front of his body, a little bit on top of him, you will push him back a little bit. So it could be a really, and that's especially useful if you use it with your own Grand Wizard or your own Man Bear Pig, because it kind of halves the difference of their models. So you can push him back quite a bit with those units. And you can use that to, maybe he's about to use his ability, it's going to hit your New Kid. You use that, pushes him back. It doesn't hit New Kid. It basically wastes it, and then you just get to push right through the little boy's face. So Grand Wizard Cartman, I think, is the choice there for sure. Heidi's the choice here just because Heidi, 2-cost. I don't care what the fuck Alien Clyde could possibly kill. It could also hit fucking Monkey. Who cares? Heidi, 2-cost fighter slot is so good in Team Wars. Like, if you have the choice to get the 2-cost fighter slots, whether it's Heidi, Enforcer, Space Warrior, or I guess Terrence and Phillip kind of count, but definitely like hamsters, for instance, are usually the pick just because they're 2-cost. That 2-cost, very important. When you can put 2-cost down, and on my team it'll be level 7 Heidi, right? You could put 2-cost down and it's, what is it, 700 some health? A health that I'm pretty sure survives Fireball by like 4 damage or something like that. Yeah, I'll look at it later, Jay, don't worry. But yeah, definitely Heidi this week. Because, I mean, Alien Clyde doesn't, there's not really a big, like, I guess Medusa or Bounty Hunter Kyle. I guess you could poison them. I guess, but I don't know. I guess Medusa's kind of a scary card this week if you have to force removal on the other stuff. We'll see. All right, so we have, I mean, you got to go with Princess here just for the cost, I think, too. It's going to be important to have the 2 costs so that you don't, like, you can just kind of give up cards for the Grand Wizard Cartman or whatever it might be. You gotta have those cards, and maybe to try to bait out the removal on the Pope and stuff. Play the Princess behind New Kid, Paladin behind New Kid, whatever behind New Kid to try to bait out the removal. And then play your Pope real quick and probably game over. I know it's really hard to stop at that point. I'm begging my team to get Heidi. The only target for AC is BHK. Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably kills Medusa too, or at least kills him to the point where, you know, if you go Alien Clyde, you'd probably almost be forced to play fucking Inkant, so you could like clean up the Medusa, because that's really the only target. Yeah, is this slot. I guess poisoning CKI wouldn't be terrible. Hat's the choice this week just because even at level 1, his ability is kind of good because it speeds everybody up. So that speed boost can win you the game right there, especially if it's on a classy that just got boosted. Ooh. But alas, although I love classy right now, fuck, dude, shit. With Stand the Great and Hallelujah, classy might be the choice. Stand the Great keeps her alive after her shit. You could use Hallelujah to keep her alive, or you could use the hat to make her like insta kill a fucking Grand Wizard Cartman or a potential Man Bear Pig. But yeah, I think hat's definitely the choice for sure, because you could potentially kill like on defense with the hat, even low level. If you play Stand the Great behind your New Kid a little bit, let him get close and start getting hit by Man Bear Pig in range of your New Kid, so whatever that timing ends up being. You use your ability with Stand the Great. Man Bear Pig's not going to do much damage. At that point, you play one of your assassins to do damage to Man Bear Pig, and then you play one range card probably. So whichever your BHK Medusa card is, you probably play that, and then one assassin with that, and then you could play the hat if the fucking guy's not already dead. Maybe he got hallelujah. And you could instantly kill him, or potentially just set it up for when he gets poked back, you could instantly kill that one, right? So that might be the goal. Like, deal with the first one pretty well so that you have a push. Maybe you build the push up in a way where you're not going to have the 5 energy to deal with it. So then you can use the hat to kill that second one, and then you have a pretty deadly push coming at it. The one thing though is that Man Bear Pig's death is pretty long. So if Man Bear Pig is who you target, your cards are going to kind of be just fucking off for a little bit, but should be all right. Double stun with the heal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Classy with the double stun. That'd be fun. We're definitely going to do that on Advent Shock. It's going to be fun. You're going to have to time that really well, though. Because, yeah, if you go above that in Rage, then you go below it, you'll get that stun again, which is pretty sick. But then you got to time it where you got to like get one hit and then heal. But even if you heal and it doesn't go back past that 75% and re-trigger it, that's a full amount of Hallelujah heal that now Classy's boosted through, right? Because she's gonna survive now because of that. So that's pretty awesome. I think I like that. Hold on. All right, sorry, I had to check something there. Pegs, peace out. Nice having you. Outcast, welcome. Jay, how you doing, man? I am begging. Oh, you said that. I read that one. I thought I skipped that. Yeah, double stun with the heal. That's pretty good. But, I mean, God, Drone is just such a good Man Bear Pig counter, though. Like, he's just so good. It's really so good. Because Drone just sits there and just boom, 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 jacks him. And then the vacuum gets pushed back enough, displaces him. It's actually really funny. If you put the drone where the vacuum gets pushed up and walks away from the Man Bear Pig, the Man Bear Pig will follow the vacuum all the way back to New Kid. It's fucking hilarious. Try that in practice. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate playing Classy. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't. But I think just the deck cost, you want to try to keep the deck cost as down as much so you can cycle through to all these assassins and shit like that to be able to, like, you could probably use Paladin twice on the same tank sometimes, like if your cycle is right, because there's a lot of cheap cards in this deck. A lot of cheap cards in this deck. And if you go Scout Ike, I wouldn't... So this is the defining principle in Team Wars when it really comes down to it is survivability, especially surviving the New Kid Blast. Because if you can survive New Kid Blast with one card that requires him to do something to deal with, whether it's a range card that stays out of New Kid range, whether it's a fighter that New Kid won't be able to kill before he gets back and gets an attack, or whether it's an assassin like CKI who can heal or whatever, when it's something like that, that's way more important than single target attack or like the amount of attack. Like you could have Smuggler Ike stacked 40 times, but unless he hits New Kid and kills them all 3 at once, when New Kid dies, he's dead, right? And the same reason why Belf is always going to be the choice is because if you get her stacked, she can very easily survive the level 14 New Kid hit, right? You only, if at level 6, you only need maybe, you don't even need a kill, I don't think. I think Belf will survive just at level 6, especially level 7, she'll just survive. But most likely she'll get 1, maybe 2 stacks off. If you play her, most likely you're playing her into something that she'll easily get a stack off of. And if she survives that, that's such trouble because she doesn't get hit by a New Kid, right? Like you have to deal with something. So the CKI, even though the Scout is the Spice Melange, he's fucking a killer right now. I think most likely he's just gonna die to a fighter. He's just gonna die to the enemy assassin stepping you. He's just gonna die. Honestly, you might run Monkey just to like definitely counter him because he's kind of annoying. But the CKI could win you the whole game. The whole match. CKI, you play him and you win the entire game because of that one card. And this week, when you have Hallelujah to maybe keep him alive, removal in Unholy to remove what might be able to kill him in time. Maybe Inkin if you go that way. Cards like Monkey you could pair with him, which is actually pretty good. I think CKI is definitely the choice. Definitely the choice. BHK versus Medusa. Now you might see some weird teams that go a completely dead Man Bear Pig Grand Wizard Cartman card and pretty much make the enemy's Unholy Combustion worthless, because they'll always be holding it thinking like, oh, I can't use it on, he's just trying to bait me using it on the classy or something, right? So it kind of makes that card, makes them second guess using that the whole time, which could fluster some lesser players. And then you inking shit, you're blowing shit up, you're killing the Ned, you're killing the CKI before it gets charged, you're killing the BHK, you're chunking the Pope and the damage with that. I mean, it could be good, but this is just another one of those things where levels, to do all that, you have to have the levels of the Inkin, you know, you have to have the levels of all these cards, whereas some of these cards are just better at base level. And Medusa is one of those cards. Medusa at level 3, still fairly dangerous. Level 2, not great, but still, you know, easy to keep alive, you know, easy to keep out of range of other things. And if you had, and it's kind of the, I call it the Shelly syndrome, because people are so often like, they don't think about Shelly at all, and they'll play a card right into Shelly's ability, and I'll just be able to kill him with Shelly. And it's just this complete underestimation of these cards that people don't think are a real threat. And meanwhile, Shelly kills the assassin, gets into New Kid range. She's not in, I mean, she gets into her range. She's not in New Kid range. All of a sudden, this guy's scrambling. What's he going to do, right? Like, he doesn't know what to do. Medusa level 2, Medusa level 3, depending on what, you know, rank you are, is one of those cards. And Mecha is one of those cards too. Mecha level 1, Mecha level 2, where they see it, they're like, oh, that's not a big deal. But if Medusa level 2 is alive for an entire match and is impacting every fight in the middle of the field, she's worth way more than the 4 value she got. And even if she's level 2, she's getting more like DPS than BHK did, who died after the first New Kid hit, right? So I think Medusa's the choice, just because, one, the deck is fairly cheap already, so it's not like you're saving the energy from the BHK is really that impactful, because like you already have 3 2 costs, 2 3 costs, and then a couple 4s, and then just the 1 big slot, but you have the Pope to make up that energy. So I mean, if you run Classy, maybe run BHK, because that'd be sick to have Classy stacked, right? But I like the drone for sure. Yeah, drone's good too. Level 6 Scout will survive New Kid Blast. 6 max. Yeah, I mean, he's a great card. But like, he survives New Kid Blast and then like dies right. But yeah, for sure, he's definitely, like, I wouldn't care if we picked him. Like, I think either way is a good idea, but I just think CKI's upward potential is so high that you just can't possibly convince me that you could get more value from what's his fuck Scout. I was like, what's his name? Scout. There's just, you just can't possibly, I can't possibly believe consistently, right? And not to mention that in no situation is anyone ever going to unholy combust your Scout. But if shit gets haywire, somebody might unholy combust your CKI because it's their only chance. And then you should be able to just roll through with your Grand Wizard Cartman or your Man Bear Pig, whichever one you pick, right? So I think that potential is really good too. Or like maybe somebody fireballs him or like something like that. So I think or a lightning bolt, I guess. I think it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Now, if Scout was 2 cost, we could talk, because he is common, right? So it is a little bit cheaper, but you could run, I mean, to save the cost, I would rather run CKI level 5 to save the caps than run Scout level 6 to save the caps or whatever, if it's the same amount. Depends on the level of Grand Wizard Cartman. That's true, but I mean, but it doesn't really necessarily, because to a certain extent, it's still thousands of health. Like even at level 2 and 3 for those cards, it's still thousands of health. What does thousands of health if? I mean, I don't know. It depends on how you play it, right? But if you get the Pope back too, then it's gonna start not mattering about your level. But yeah, for sure. Like obviously some of this stuff isn't gonna work. Like if you have Man Bear Pig level 2, you're not gonna be able to rely on him in gold to to win, because he'll just die so quickly to the assassins, and especially the Garrison. Like Garrison could really fucking, like Garrison makes this, or I guess Mr. Hat technically, he makes this slot really, really bad to be low leveled. So yeah, it's this slot, if your team can't all have them like level 4, I would honestly say go dead and use your caps on Inkin instead. And hope that they have Inkin leveled higher. Or go ballsy and use the Pope on the classy, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Like Adventure Lock style. I think we might want to go Pope on Adventure Lock, actually. Because we have to level up Man Bear Pig. We have to level up Heidi. We have to level up... We'll go Deckhand probably, because Deckhand can be good. We have to level up Lightning Bolt to be 5 at least. I think 5 will kill everybody. And honestly, I'd want it to be 6 to chunk the Medusa more. Stand the Great base level is better. Classy we have to upgrade. It's a lot of upgrades. Fireball we'd have to no, we'd probably run Hallelujah base. That'd probably work fine. That would probably work just fine. My music stop. Damn it! I hit the end of this playlist. This is just unfortunate. My music never came back. I thought that my music going out was just oh, here it might have came back. It was just a symptom of my internet going out. All right, we're back. Yeah, it was. All right, we got it back. We got it back. All right. But yeah, so this week will be fairly straightforward for like the strategy of the deck. It'll just slightly change what cards you're going up against. You know, this slot will change. This slot might change. Obviously, you hear some teams are talking about this slot. This slot might change, but otherwise, and obviously this slot. But I think more people are gonna go the Pope. It's just the easier way out. I don't think we'll see a lot of programs, but I could see program stand with CKI. That's a fairly decent combination. But just the fact that he's epic, and program stand sucks anyway, right? How would I fix present Garrison? He has to just do a lot more damage on his attack for how slow it is. It just has to be higher. I'm okay with him having less health if he does way more damage. Make him like this glass cannon of damage. Like he's 5 cost, not a whole lot of health, like not even 1,000. I don't even think, like not a whole lot, but can do fucking work if you keep him alive. So I would want him. Maybe what I would do is change his AoE to be a cleave in front of him. Make it a little bit bigger than the circle is now, like the radius of the circle, but just cleave in front of him and make it just have more damage. So you could potentially outplay him by playing rats around him, and like the guy has to like target them all. But I think that it shouldn't be all the way. It doesn't make sense for anybody to attack like around them like that. Like most of the time that's detrimental. Like Nelly kind of works, I guess, but like most of the time you're pushing your fucking guys out of the way anyway. You put them in the middle, you push them all out. I would remove Nelly's knockback, honestly. That's what I would do to fix Nelly. Fucking Nelly. All right. All right, what's next? But yeah, that's it's gonna be an interesting week. When there's Pope involved, the weeks can always get kind of interesting because it's very easy for somebody lower leveled to win if they get a better cycle, they get their Pope off, the enemy can't get their Pope off, maybe get sniped, maybe the cycle just isn't right, whatever it might be, maybe they misplay and somebody else dies, whatever it is, there's a lot of room for misplay in decks like this, and so we kind of separate the men from the boys a little bit. So we'll see where the We'll see where the scores land next week. Savage, what's up? Thanks for those bits earlier, by the way. I don't know if I thanked you. And Cat Spray, we'll do that Streamloots giveaway after the update. We'll do it before we start some South Park. We're gonna play like half an hour of South Park. We're not gonna play a whole bunch because I got some stuff I need to do and I want to get this uploaded. Last time my shit backfired. My renderer got screwed up at the end. I thought it was done, and so I was clicking close, but I was actually clicking cancel, and it fucked my whole thing. And I had to re-render it, and it just took so long. Nelly has higher attack and shorter cooldown. Yeah, she's got like so much more DPS than Garrison, and she's 3 cost. It's just so stupid. Like, he should do a lot of damage. He attacks so fucking slow. It should be a lot of damage. Should I wait to play Grand Wizard Cartman or just assume he'll get combusted and poke him right away? Me personally, I never want to play in a way that's just like super predictable, and doing that is obviously predictable. Now, like, you're kind of like banking on that prediction sort of, but then what happens if he fireballs your Pope, right? Now, if you know you're gonna have the energy to wait it out, if you have Pope in your hand for sure, you play the Man Bear Pig, he removes it, and now you're sitting at, what would it be? You're sitting at 3 energy, and he slams Paladin, and he slams Princess Kenny, and 2 seconds later he slams Heidi or something, whatever 2 costs he's left, and you're forced to either give up that bar because you're not gonna have the energy to play the Pope before that. You're forced to give up the bar or play a card that's going to die and ruin your Pope on that unit. So that's scary. So I would never do that. I would never lead a card that you just know is going to get removed, because if you play it right, there's so many 2-cost cards. Bro, there's so many 2-cost cards. Play fucking Heidi behind your new kid. Play one of the assassins midline to see what he does. Let them misplay into you, and play your tank in a position where even if they remove it, you can deal with whatever's coming at you in a way where you're still gonna be able to Pope it, or put cards out that you want them to remove instead of your other card. Maybe they'll bite. You play the classy, maybe they'll bite, then you play Man Bear Pig or whatever. That's what I would try to do. I never like to play into the removal because a good player can take advantage of that heavily and make that card, you know, actually get removed well. But yeah, obviously, if you think you have the right combo and the guy is fucking 6K rank, go for it. Make it happen. But I mean, like, just imagine if he fireballs your Pope. Just imagine how dumb you'd feel, because you know, like, he knows that that's what's coming, right? Play Paladin and CKI, dude. Exactly, dude. That's dirty. That's dirty. That's dirty. What's up, Blackstar? Okay, my buckets. Kevin to my buckets. What? What'd you just say? All right, let's pull up the weekly update. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, it's not full screen. There we go. All right. So this weekly update is pretty bare. There's not a whole lot going on. Oh, Jimmy stole your buckets. Rip. But we do have a Timmy event going on right now. Professor Timmy, which is a good card to have level 6 or 5. So make sure you get this one done to get those. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So even if it seems like, oh, 9's not worth it, 9's a full day of requests. Might as well. Thursday, another event, which is not. I like that they're going back to that. I was so upset that they actually adhered to the dumbasses that were complaining, like, oh, I hate having events when there's challenge mode because fucking I can't do them both. It's like, then don't do them both. Why would you want to take something away that somebody else could do just because you can't do it? Like, that's bullshit. I don't want other people to be able to have fun. But the Spellbinder challenge is one of my favorite challenges. You can't use Youth Pastor Craig, and spells cost 1. So it's a very fun event because it's all just about just sniping around. Now I will say though that they should bring sometimes like the OG Spellbinder where you can play Youth Pastor Craig, because that was kind of fun because part of the game was sniping the Youth Pastor Craig, right? Who could snipe the Youth Pastor Craig? Bubba. Say that 5 times fast. Who could snipe the Youth Pastor Craig? It seems like I'm getting more burned out on the game. I'm at the point where I'm barely doing the basics. I barely do the basics, man. I forgot my caps on the adventure lock this week. It's 3 years into the game, man. Don't feel bad about that. Do what you want to do. That's why I like that everything that they've done is tailored now to the way that I play, or probably the way you play, where you know what the challenge is going to be, whether you want to play that or not, whatever. You know what the events are going to be, so you can plan out the week. Like, okay, I want to play this Timmy event because I want Timmy. Couldn't care less on Thursday. Couldn't care less about that. So Wednesday, Thursday, I'm just playing enough to get caps. And then Friday, Pete, I couldn't care less about goth cards, so I'm not even going to play this weekend at all. Who cares, right? So you can kind of make that distinction. Like, I'll focus on this other game that I'm playing this weekend because that event is something I want to do or whatever. I think that, so I think they've and it's nice because like even in the way they've changed the rewards, which everybody says is a nerf, it's not a nerf to an extent, because I can play the event tonight, get halfway through it, maybe catch an epic, and it's worth it. I don't really have to finish the event to get the value from it. So if you're the type of player who maybe just plays their pack, maybe plays the 4-hour packs every day, so 3-4 packs a day maybe, and so maybe 15 games a day, maybe 20, maybe not even that, and you're barely finishing events, or not finishing events, but like you're getting halfway through events, you're still getting pretty good rewards now. Whereas before, pack 1, 2, 3, 4 were absolute shit. And yeah, the battle pass is a lot easier now. Yeah, playing Switch more, nice, dude. Yeah, those are good ones. Final Fantasy X on Switch, nice. I have that HD on. Oh no, I actually got that. I got that remake, the HD remake of that one and the other two. Or not the other two, the X2 on Switch for my girlfriend. Trying to get her into it. She didn't really, I don't think she really started playing it. I like forced her to play the beginning with me, and she really didn't seem like she was getting into it. she's playing Pikmin 3 though. She's liking that one. And then she's got Animal Crossing, and what the fuck else does she play? Oh, she's got that Mario All-Stars one where it's like 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, which is pretty fucking cool if you ask me. But yeah, I'll probably play the events this weekend. I mean it's not too hard to do them, even if you do it, you know, if you make your deck well, and the token events are a breeze, especially now that you can watch 10 ads. I mean, you could just not play, lose 10 games, watch 10 ads for lockers, and luck into the amount of tokens it takes to finish the event. Like, it's pretty fun. Yeah, I got my girlfriend the Switch Lite for her birthday this year. Is it 10 ads per day now? Yeah, they changed it to 10 per thing. We scored 50-27 in TVT and still got 4th and didn't get a legend. Damn, dude, that sucks. Yeah, it's tough. And then I heard people who got 5th place in bronze and got a legend. So typical week for the points seems pretty normal. Yeah, exactly, Wally. Discord, SP Discord in chat if you want to join that. Otherwise, I'm not even in that one right now. I should maybe join that again. Meh week, exactly. Very meh week. Question everybody wants to know from you, our fantastic community lead, Atoller. I am offended for her that you said lead. Lead. Fuck you. When do we get new content? New cards is new content, by the way. Like new single player content, not gonna happen. That's clearly just not. They probably didn't even do that. Not new cards for this game. I mean, honestly, I would like a new game mode. I'd love like an expedition mode. Hear me out. I would love an expedition mode where you have like 4 slots where you can send out up to like 3 or 4 units out onto these you can send them out onto these expeditions. And maybe for certain expeditions it's like, you know, you get bonus points if you send Medusa out, or you get bonus points if you send this card out, or whatever it might be. And you do it in a way, but when you put the cards in these expeditions, you actually can't use them in ladder, right? You can use them in challenge mode, you can use them in friendly fights, you can use them whatever, but you can't use them in ladder. So what that does is it makes you kind of spread out your cards for your levels, because you want to have, obviously, the higher level the card, the higher, you know, more stuff you get from expeditions. But what you do when you release expeditions, you would also release a new type of currency or equipment or whatever you'd want to call it. And you'd add equipment to the game, where each unit can have one equipment attached to it, or maybe you just have it like new kid gets an equipment, and it's like it's a benefit but not a lot. So think like if I give Blood Elf Bebe the the elven bow, she gets 2% extra damage, you know, like something not a lot, but something that could be just enough to edge you in a mirror match, because eventually everyone's gonna have, like, technically everyone's gonna have level 7 cards, and although they might open up level 8s, because in other games that I play, when you get cards past the max level, you get gold for them and you lose those cards. And so it makes me feel like this game might increase. I hope they don't. It's so, like, if they increase new kid level and then increase level 8 or something like that, I think that's dumb. It's just another level of balance. They've been working for years to get a decently balanced game, and then they're gonna like throw it all up into the shitstorm by making new kid have more damage and shit. New kid should be a cosmetic level past 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It's 10,000 experience, gives you a reason to donate cards, gives you a reason to upgrade your cards, gives whales a reason to try to get higher level, to say, hey, I'm level 52 new kid, what are you? Oh, I'm level 53. Fuck you, I have level 7 classic, you don't. Haha, I'm a little bit higher than you. And that's all that it takes to get that competitive spirit for those hyper whales. Like, if that was true, David would still be playing this fucking game, you can bet. And there would be like a leaderboard of new kid level where you could show everybody. That's like the best idea that they could ever have, but not like level 26, 27 gives you more damage and shit. That's so stupid. But then every 10k you get another level. Maybe you get exclusive. That's where you can throw exclusive outfits. You can throw different boxes in there, all sorts of stuff. Maybe just little ornaments you can put on your shit, whatever it might be. But yeah, then I would say the next step to that would be some sort of equipment where you can slightly adjust your card strengths, but you can like pick and choose, right? Where I could give Bebe 2% extra damage, or I could give her a 5% boost in her ability where she'll heal 5% more on her, you know, when she last hits. Or you could play Inkin and you could have him do 5% more damage, which lets him kill a couple more things that normally doesn't. Or maybe you can modify your spells where Lightning Bolt will stun them if it doesn't kill them, or Lightning Bolt does less damage to the main target but does a little bit of AoE chain damage or something like that. Well, like all sorts of different stuff that you could do to modify the game in a way that like would make people want to keep playing and get different. And obviously this is a money sink too. Like you'd be able to whale this and it would be good for that too. That's exactly what Clash Royale is doing right now. Shit's getting stagnant. A bunch of people are maxing their accounts, and oh, what's this? Magic items. Another thing to whale. Anyway, we just ranted for a while there. When do we get a new tier for players above 9k? I don't really care about that. I do think that you should get like better PvP packs as you get higher, but I don't know. When do we get offers that are fair priced? There's no such thing as fair price for a currency that is literally a figment of our imagination. They set the price. They set the price. And they've been fairly stagnant with their price. Legends are about $15 if it's random, $20 if you can pick it. $25 if you get a bunch of other shit with it. That's what it's been like forever, except like obviously battle pass stuff. What do you actually want to do against that shrinking player base? You like, just because some of your buddies aren't playing anymore doesn't mean the player base is shrinking. Like, there are so many people who play this fucking game. It's ridiculous. The amount of bronze, silver, gold people that you've never even heard of that play this game, man. That aren't on forums, aren't in Discord, whatever. The community is very strong. Why was there a special cash offer this weekend when there are no packs to buy it with? Because you can still buy stuff with cash. You can refresh PvP packs. That's what cash is for, refreshing PvP packs, which is true for a lot of games like this, where the real deals are real money, and the in-game cash is for like the in-game stuff, like refreshing timers or refreshing packs, or buying coins typically is a typical thing. But yeah, you could use coins. Like, the return rate on that, if you get 25% off the cash, then use that directly to get coins, you're getting a pretty good return on your investment for coins. And then if you get 25% off of the cash when you bought it, and then you buy one of those shop packs that's 25% off, well, all of a sudden you're getting those gold packs for 50% off technically, and you're getting a legend every 10 packs or something like that. So like, it's pretty good value there too. So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's wrong. Anyway, what an awful selection of cards for the weekend event. I didn't even look. Let me check. Pete, Mimsy, Marcus, what? Oh shit. Shit. This is terrible. Well, it's clearly fucking neutral themed, dummy. All neutral themed events suck balls. I mean, as long as they have Satan or Hanky and Marcus, like, that's all that really matters. Maybe you throw Pigeon Gang in there with like Frontier or something like that. City Walk with the pigeons, that could be fun. Yeah, this is totally fine. Enforcer, it's like free points for Enforcer. Midberry Crunch is easy points for the, like, Satan Hanky is free 2 points. Marcus is an easy add. Woodland Critters Max is a fun fucking card. I think this guy's stupid. I think these cards are great. The special cash offers were weird. They were somewhat worth when the 50% chance legendary packs used to cost 100 Cartman cash. Yeah, but all the special packs cost blah, blah, blah. CC just isn't worth it. And the standard pack... No, CC is definitely worth it, dude. Just do the math on legend drop rate and the total amount of cash, PvP tickets, reward, everything that you get when you get PvP pack after PvP pack after PvP pack after PvP pack. When you consider it's what, 1,500 bucks. Let's say it's 1,500. No, 2,000 cash for a specific legend, right? 2,000 divided by 45 is a fuck ton of packs, man. It's a fuck ton of packs. You're like, that's a pretty good odds to get a legend in those packs, if not even two. But yeah, it's those packs, because those shop packs can be 25% off. So you could get 25% off packs, and you can get packs that are focused on the theme that you want. So you could get mats really cheap. You could focus on, maybe you're trying to get visitors or something like that. So I think it's not terrible. When will we hear more about the needed Sizzler nerf? The card continues to completely dominate top 100 play. Meta is getting boring and stale. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same comment from last week. I feel like that would be like, wouldn't that be rude to you if like you had a forum and somebody just kept posting the same thing over and over every week? Let me check the, so last week there was a Sizzler event. This week there wasn't a Sizzler event. So let me check the decks. Oh, wrong button. Check the cards for top 250. Sizzle Stewart is in 44% of decks. Not bad. Not more than 50%. I mean, when you consider the other cards in his company, Visitors, Lightning Bolt, Inkin, Hanky, Satan, Sam, Mecha, obviously Adventure Sci-Fi is kind of the lead right now. That was also because of the event, though. Like, the event was tailored to that more too, so that might be a little bit skewed too, because Mystic's a lot less than it normally is. But if you drop the filter from 250 down to 8,500 plus, then all of a sudden Sizzler is only in 31% of decks. So he's definitely not so good. Like is he not like Dar where you don't have to have him leveled up at all to use him, right? Although you don't really see Dar. Like Dar seems to have gotten the boot. Not as used as she used to be. Which is good. Card sucks. Hate that shit. All right, please fix the potentially epilepsy-inducing team leaderboard. Dude, that is true. That shit gets fucking... It's crazy. Come on, it's been weeks. It can't be that hard to do, and this is an actual serious matter, not just some whining about card nerfs. I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the beginning of the game, it says, warning epileptic shit. And you, like, agreed to those terms, so they're not liable. Can't be that hard. Nerf nothing, buff everything. That's stupid. Funny, I made a post about this earlier, but for some reason they decided it had to be deleted. You probably talked shit. I hope you consider the following cards to be nerfed and buffed. Call Girl. Please nerf this card. I agree. Should not be able to Pope or revive by Pope. I agree. Also, please slow down her attack speed. I agree. Pope Timmy. I think, honestly, keep her the same attack speed, but give her less range, dude. The problem is the coupling. Like, change one or the other. Change her range, keep the attack speed. Keep her range, change the attack speed. Whichever you think is better, I don't care. Both of them would be fine. I think the range is more impactful, though. Like, she should get hit by New Kid. Because when she can survive the New Kid blast after fucking bringing back all that value and still blast behind fucking Randy, it's just too much. Dower should not be able to respawn characters with 5 cust energy. And what are your targets then? What are your targets then? Sizzles? Just sizzles? Literally just sizzles. Witch maybe? What the fuck else? Like, what are you bringing back? What else are you bringing back? It doesn't make any sense. A babe? I mean, Medusa, yeah, that's fair. Medusa would be the only way. Medusa into Ninja is like the only play. That's the only play worth playing Darlin. I don't like it. I don't like it. Something about the war cries. Like, just stop the war cries. That's it. Whatever that has to do, stop the war cries. Warrior Hero Ned, his stats are very low to be an epic card. That's not really how the stats should work. But his stats are low for his level at a comparable epic level, yeah. He should have more attack and more health. He should definitely have more health. Like, his attack is an interesting thing to change because it changes his ability too, right? And if you boost his attack, the ability boosts too. So you don't really want him to have just like a overly powerful attack. I think the idea is to boost him because he's 3 cost and cheap. The idea is to boost him higher. Commander Hat, his stats are very low, more attack and health needed. No, Commander Hat's fine. Commander Hat's ability is fucking devastating. It is brutal. It is game-changing, game-winning, and the only reason that people didn't wail the fuck out of him and are playing him right now at level 4 is because he has that bug that makes him way less powerful. But fucking Commander Hat right now is brutal. Brutal card. Ike Scout was a good idea to increase his stats, but now it's very OP. Should be nerfed his attack and health, not like before, because his current stats are comparable to an assassin legendary 4+. I mean, yeah, Ned. I mean, Ned is just one of those cards. Like, Ned is like, you just have to keep him alive, and I don't hate that, but I hate that in a game where there's cards like Inkin and Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Removal, fucking Rogue Token kills him, Hanky one-shots him, like all these things that could kill him easily, makes it like Sam and shit like that. It just makes it so that like cards like him are mostly a detriment. I mean, if you look at the top cards in the game, almost every single one of them can survive a Stand and Mini Moon's Blast. If you go to the top 50, I'm willing to bet. I'm gonna look at the top 50 right now. I'm willing to bet there might be 2 cards that doesn't survive Sam in the top 20 cards in the top 250. I'm betting that. And it would be assassins. It would be like Hanky. But like, that doesn't really count, I don't think. So if you don't count the assassins, All the range cards will survive. Incan, Mecha, Medusa. All right, here we go. I got it. Top 250. Okay, so Mecha Timmy survives equal level Timmy. Or Sam. Dies to higher level Sam, but Satan survives. Standing Mini Moon survives equal level. Hanky dies. Incan Craig survives. Sizzler Stewart survives. Inuit Kenny dies, but kind of good, right? Visitors is the one I was thinking. Visitors dies to good for them, right? Lightning Bolt doesn't die, obviously. Sixth Element Randy survives. Even the fucking robots survive. Medusa Bebe survives. Ninja survives. Hermes Kenny doesn't count. Dark Angel Red does die. I'll give her that. And then you go into the point where, I mean, that's like fucking, how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 16 before you run into Space Warrior Token, which would finally be the first card that actually dies. Energy Staff fucking survives. Call Girl survives. Enforcer Timmy dies. Shield Maiden Wendy fucking survives it. Mosquito, level 7, he might survive level 5, I think, actually. Chaos Hamsters, they survive. Mind Control survives. Zen survives. Coon survives. Underpants Gnomes don't survive, obviously. Red survives. Every single one of these cards has beefy health. That is why, like, because of the types of removal in this game, if you don't play those cards, you're just going to get Sataned. Your group's just going to get Sataned. Your group's going to get Inkened. Your group's going to get Sommed. Your group's going to get fucking Rogue Tokened or something. Or whatever it might be, you know? It's going to be fun on Team Wars to two-shot a level 1 Grand Wizard, like on Namblues, yeah. Adventure Lock, whatever. What do we call it right now? I always just call it Namblues. Even though Namblues is like being used now. Alright, I only have him at 3 and run against him all the time at 4. What are we talking about? Sizzles? So please don't misinterpret this as an effort to protect my interest, but I disagree about it being much needed and would advocate for only a modest nerf, if any. Are we talking about Sizzle here? Okay, yeah. He is a strong card in sci-fi. He's very easy to counter, though. Like, Storyteller counters him, right? Much like Mecha, Enforcer, Visitors, which is the cards I can't remember the last blah, blah, blah. But he has a big weakness in his health. His health is max 4. At max 4 is less than classy as an epic at max 4. Like, fucking A. Okay, no, that's the good comparison, though. Max 4 epic is different than max 4 legend, so yeah. Once he's played and his stuns wore off, he's not that terribly difficult to deal with. Yes, exactly. Just need to play intelligent tactics to put him down fast before he turns into a buzzsaw, which is as it should be. Like, the goal, like, when you play Sizzle, you kind of force energy. You've played 4 energy, you force to play energy, or else you'll counter. And then your goal as a Sizzle player is, if they do counter the Sizzle, you should be able to counter push and win after that. Also, with regards to a card not getting a direct nerf, don't forget that they are indirectly nerfed whenever other cards are buffed, as their value slides a little lower on the grand scale. Yeah, exactly. Like, for instance, when Incan became super viable, he used to be dog shit, right? But when Incan became super viable, cards like the Timmies, the lower the 3-cost Timmies in Catapult and Pirate Ship became almost unplayable because they would just die to that. Captain Wendy, BHK almost became unplayable. Gunslinger, all those cards that just, the range cards that just die to them, even Bebe to an extent, it's not worth playing them because the chances of just getting that energy removed for basically free to the enemy to an extent is just too much to come back from. You can't come back from it. And we're seeing a lot of common cards getting some attention, which might be indicative of Red Link seeking to alter and rejuvenate the current meta. Yeah, well, that's what they should do. Like, they shouldn't, as much as they should try to take the cards that aren't played and buff them so they're played, and then take the cards that are played a lot and, like, nerf them so they're not played, to make it balanced. At a certain point, you also have to understand that, like, the meta is going to change. You could control the meta a bit, and World War Do does this where they just fucking change shit on its head. Like, they heavily change things. Cards are changing costs, cards are changing fucking heavily values, and it, like, mixes up the meta every season, like, heavily. So it's, like, good and bad because it's kind of fun to see these different cards, but then at the same time, if you heavily invested in these cards, but the thing is, like, they're still useful, right? They're just not as good. So it's like, I think they do a good job. You can still play this stuff good, but it's definitely, there's better stuff, right? But it's hard to get that balance. And so, yeah, doing a couple things at a time, maybe over buffing them to see what happens. Like, that's probably part of the fun, is like, obviously overbuff this fucking common that probably everybody has boosted because nobody has fucking ever requested it. And everybody's got level 6 and they can start playing it and, you know, have kick some ass with it. I don't know. Call girl, or never mind. In the past, I'd argue that select limitations on revivals would be great, but that it probably wouldn't be a viable solution as they most likely couldn't easily code it. But since evidently they can, as they did with excluding Henrietta, yeah, it's like a fucking if check. It's literally, I'm not shitting you, it's literally probably one line of code to do that. You just, if Henrietta don't revive, or if Call Girl don't revive, like, and they probably already have the architecture where they could just put fucking Call Girl's name into the same list that Henrietta's name is now in, if they're smart about it, which they probably weren't, honestly. Some people only level up one theme. Oh yeah, exactly. That's partially true too. Like, try these other cards out, and that's what the developer, like, I have to give props to the World War Doe developer, because when people were complaining about nerfing their cards, he was like, you've been playing that same fucking deck combination for, like, he didn't say fuck, but like, you've been playing that same deck combination for 2 months. Like, mix it up. Like, that's what he said, straight up. That's how he responded. He's like, mix it up. Like, come on. Have some fun. The game's been out for a year and you've been playing the same shit. Come on, bro. Fix the Teamwork collection glitch. It's fucking jarring and you guys are going to induce an epileptic seizure. Yeah. I mean, that's just dumb. That's so dumb. Like, if that's really a threat, then that person could know that and start covering that with their fingers or something. You don't just immediately get a seizure because there's some flashing lights. That's why I like card use events. It makes you try new shit. Exactly. Hard controversy keeps people engaged. That's true too. But it's mostly just like trying to balance the game. Like, truly. And it just, the thing is that it will never get to a balanced state, because as you start to play these other, or to change these cards, other cards just become better, and you realize, oh fuck, these cards are really good now. Like, visitors became way better once people stopped running poison as often, right? Stuff like that. Love that this Pete event with 0 other goth kids. Yeah, I mean, I will say Pete is probably the best standalone goth kid. Well, you know, Michael's fairly good. Michael's a pretty good fighter for 3 cost. Like, he's pretty good. But Pete's probably got the most utility overall. Jedi Mind, how you doing, man? I like the scout buff, and what's wrong with the common card being strong? Yeah, I agree. There's no reason, there's nothing ever that says this card needs to be stronger or weaker because it's rarity. Some of the strongest cards in Hearthstone are fucking common or rare cards. Belf is super Craig is. I like the idea of there being a strong 3 cost common in everything. Yeah. Makes weekend boosted events fun. That's true. Everything. And yeah, another recycled chaos mode in this card selection for the weekend event. What can we do with these? You can get free 2 points by putting Satan and Hanky in your fucking deck, dummy. My sci-fi spam deck can be dirty at times, but gets decimated by Sam, Labard, Aerostorm. Yeah, you know, a good Satan, a nice Incan, fucking happen to be going up against the one guy out of 50 people that's got Rogue. Like, every deck's gonna have a counter to it, right? And that's what the meta's about. Like, those beefy Mystic cards, or those just like really survivable or valuable adventure cards that get like a lot of value from like Incan, you play him, he immediately gets value from what you killed, right? Sam, if you get the ability off, immediately gets value. He gets removed, immediately you get value. I mean, it's fun, but that's like, you try to play. That's why those beefy cards are so useful, because like they don't get insta canceled by anything. Like, maybe sure they get half health by the Satan, but you might still get some value out of them before they die. You might be able to support the push, or, you know, hold long enough because they have to sit there and kill them to be able to have the energy to defend. Please give the top 250 teams their own league. 250 is a decent amount. I don't hate that. It's no fun getting walloped by the teams and knowing you have no chance. Yeah, I mean, At the same time, though, we've taken a lot of losses to fucking nobodies, like 7,000 rank. So, Mr. Ect, God, I love this guy, Mr. Ect. Great. Thanks for another update, even though it was fairly void of any information. What I think that the community needs to hear is that something is being done about the important issues. I mean, come on. Like, from a development perspective, nothing happens on a weekly. Like, most sprints are 2 weeks at the least. A lot of development cycles are a month. These include changes to TVT, the PvP ladder ranking system with regards to how meaningless it is to say high rank. That's true. I do think that your event stuff should scale with your rank. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. I understand these things take time. It's like too many lower people complained, oh, they'll get so much higher than me. Then get ranked up there. Of course they will. That's every game like this. The rewards plateau. I mean, the rewards do kind of, or not plateau. They exponentially grow, and the rewards do kind of grow here up until legend. But then once you get legend, all the things the same. Like if I'm 7,000, I get the same as if I'm 9,000. Like that's stupid. I'd also like to add that featuring new cards in TVT should be delayed so people have time to get used to it. I mean. But you have to think there are bronze teams out there that don't level a card at all, so like that might be the better pick. But yeah, I agree. They always put it, it's so stupid. It's like, oh, guess we're picking whatever the other thing is. Pitting Ned against Mr. Hat makes it seem like you're solely trying to get people to spend on new releases. No, nobody's buying cards to have them leveled because the teams aren't going to level them. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. The teams aren't going to level those cards, so who the fuck would buy more of that? What a dumb fucking thought. Lastly, it should be said that when you say things like, we're so grateful to you all, while the Red Links team is taking so much time to implement much needed changes, that comes off as incredibly patronizing and insecure. No, that response is fucking insecure. What a pathetic human. My lord. My lord. New card releases are what keep the game fresh and unique compared to other games like this, because other games like this, been playing it for a year, there's been 2 new cards. Other games like this, been playing it for 2 years, no new cards. Other games like this, 5 new cards since I started. Like, come on. You can't possibly think that more cards is a bad thing. You can't possibly think that. And if you think that they're like that, like it's getting in the way of fixing bugs and other development to put out new cards, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. It doesn't. It does not impact that. The incentive of not being a selfish, entitled moron should be enough to stay high. No. No. What fucking world do you live in? Do you live in like medieval times or something where everyone lives by the code of knighthood? No, this is a mobile game that most people want to play, get their rewards, and stop playing as soon as they possibly can. You understand that? Most people do not take pride or joy in playing this game for hours on end. Most people get mad when their PvP ticket or their PvP pack takes more than 15 minutes. Most people get irritated when that shit happens.
Gonna lay you down by the fire
and caress Warp's skinny body. What's up, Valkyrie? What's up, Warp? Welcome in, homies. We just actually got to the end. There's nothing. There's nothing. But yeah, the fighting people of your skill level, if you want to farm for easy stuff, go play Farming Simulator. Well, one, Farming Simulator scales pretty hard. It becomes pretty difficult, so go fuck yourself. How dare you trash Farming Simulator? You don't know anything about it. You know anything about plowing fucking 40 acres before the sun goes down because it's gonna rain, and you didn't upgrade your fucking tractor to have lights because you were trying to save money. So now you're fucked. You can't get your crops in, and the debt collectors are coming tomorrow. And you think that you can talk shit on Farming Simulator? How dare he? How dare he? Chaos mode is one cost mode. Chaos mode is pretty fun. I hate chaos mode. What's up, Knight? But anyway, that does it for the well, you know what, let me refresh quick, see if somebody said something at nope. I can't believe you talk shit on Farming Simulator. You've gone too far, sir. And he takes the tractor another round, pulls the plow across the ground. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sends up another prayer. All right, guys, it's fucking week 3.14 Apple Pie. Happy Pie Week. Happy Pie Team Wars Day. They'll be punching pie on the next update, so make sure you're there. People bitch about new cards, but at the same time complain that the pool is getting too watered down to get the cards to a decent level. But I mean, that makes sense. I think they need to keep the battle pass how they did with visitors. If you finish the battle pass, get the cards to level 5. So that's something interesting, because World War Doe did something like that, where when they released the card originally, you either get a bunch of them from the battle pass, or you get a bunch of them from a brawl. Like, I got 200 rare cards from one of the brawls, which is like the weekend event. Like, finish the weekend event, you get 200 of the rare card, which basically gets them to level like 8 or something like that, which is fairly competitive level. It'd be like getting a legend. It'd be like getting an epic to 4 in South Park. It's like that competitive, right? So fairly competitive. And all you had to do was be there and be playing when that card was released, right? So they don't really do that anymore. And actually, the brawls aren't even worth playing past 6 wins anymore. But but yeah, I get not wanting more cards because it takes longer to get other cards. But like, when the card releases, you could just not get the card. Just don't finish the event. You have a couple months before it gets released, and you won't increase your card pool, right? But you want the card. Like, why would you not want the card? There's probably, I mean, eventually you're gonna have all your cards at a level where like the next level is such a steep marker that like you're just not gonna reach it. Like, some people will never see a level 6 epic because it's ridiculous, but level 6 epic isn't unheard of for someone who's been playing for since day one. But level 7 epics are fucking nutty how many you need to get a level 7 epic, right? You don't really get the cards for a couple months anyway. Yeah, like, you can get them from like PvP packs. That's it. You can't get them in your shop. You're not getting 10 at a time every couple of days. You're not getting them from, I don't even think you can get them from events. I think you can only get them from PvP packs. You can't even get them from lockers. I think it's literally just PvP packs. Or if you buy shop packs. If you buy the gold packs or the platinum packs or whatever, it actually has a more likely chance that you'll get new cards. So if you're trying to get the new card, if you buy those packs, you're more likely to get the new card, which is, a lot of people don't know that. So if you need one more hat to get to the next level, buying those packs might get you that more likely, especially the ones where it's like specifically a specific thing. Like right now, if you go into sci-fi and you buy those packs, you're more likely to get hat from the epics because he's the most recent. If it's sci-fi only, that is. But I mean, there's just not a whole lot to talk about this week. I mean, I won King of Douchebags, which is, I'd like to thank God for making me the way I am, and that's pretty much it. It's all his fault. I don't think you get them from PvP packs. No, you absolutely get them from PvP packs, for sure. Cards are unlocked once you get them. Like, without a doubt, you can get them in PvP packs, because when Irish got Thunderbirds on his adventure lock through a giveaway, before they were even released, he already had them like level 4 because he was getting them from PvP packs. But I think that's it. Or maybe you might even be able to get them from like end of season packs and Team Wars packs. But you can't get them in lockers. You can't get them in events, and you can't get them in like the shops, like the coin shop or the PvP ticket shop. Was it a poll, or how did I earn the title? Yeah, there was like a 32-man tournament, like 5-round tournament. I was up against Rave Dave in the final. I beat, God, who did I beat? I beat Fado. No, not Fado. I beat Alpharitis, which was actually kind of surprising. I think I beat Makaman, which is funny. I don't even know why people hate him. Who else did I beat? And then I beat Rave Dave in the finals by like 50 votes. Suck it. Suck it! I'm the greatest! I'm the champ! I got both Ned and Hat in free packs. Oh, free packs, free packs you can get them too. Yep. And actually, I'm not sure on lockers. You might be able to get them from lockers, but definitely not events. Like I'm like 99% sure not on events. 100% sure not in shops. Man Bear Pig gives me a headache. Yeah, he's tough early on when you're in the level where you don't have the types of cards that can deal with them. Like, you know, if you don't have Unholy or Transmog even yet, because you just don't have it. Like, it's funny to think about a world where you just don't have Transmog yet. Like, just think about that. Like, I've played some of these other games where I'm just starting out, and there's certain cards that I just don't have yet. Like, it's legend cards, and those games are difficult to get legends. And you're sitting there and you don't have these copies, and these guys are tearing through you with these level 1 legends. Or in those games, it's usually like level 11 or whatever. Like, they start at a higher level. But yeah, it's just cards like that where it's just like one card that's just a lot of health that's just hard to deal with because you can like one-shot all your pussy units. that was tough. That's tough to deal with. And that is kind of that's like the pay incentive there. Like, pay $5. Like, if you just get like 50% of players to pay $5 just to get that one legend, like you just paid so, like, that's so much money. When you get 10 million downloads, you just made fucking $50 million basically. This dude played Man Bear Pig and Coon together, and I thought about tasting metal. That's funny. Man Bear Pig and Coon, Jesus. Yeah, if you don't have like removal, that can be tough. That can be tough. I got good at swarming Man Bear Pig. Yeah, if you do it right, you can make it so he only hits one person. But the problem is that, like, most people have a way to deal with that. So, like, you play Inuit and something else, and he's going to get arrow stormed, right? Or you stack a bunch, he's going to get ink into protector. You stack a bunch, and he's going to get fireballed or something like that. So most people build, I mean, unless they didn't build the deck around that as much, like that happens too, where people don't really build the deck around Man Bear Pig. They just like have Man Bear Pig Pope, but the deck isn't like, you know, they don't have Deckhand and Hallelujah. They don't have all this shit that could, you know, support that push. But anyway, I digress. We're just rambling now. This was a pretty short one, which is good. You know, it's just a chill week, Pi Day. But we will see you guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention. I don't know if I said this earlier though, but this week we both. I think I did say it, but it's funny to notice again. We both had somebody ghost us. We both had 48 available, and one of our guys missed his run because like he thought he had an hour left, but he didn't because of daylight savings time. And he had 3 minutes, and he was able to get a game. This is what's crazy. He had 3 minutes left before Team Wars was over, and he queued up and he got matched up with somebody. Can you fucking believe that? There's somebody playing that deep into it. But he couldn't finish all 3 games, so he didn't get a score. But then Tidal luckily didn't have a score as well. Fucking just magical. So if we would have been 47 versus their 48, even if that guy would have gotten an 85, even if that guy would have lost 2 games, they still would have won. So that would have been real shitty to wake up to that, because I thought we had it in the bag unless somebody drops a 0. Like LaForce jokingly fucking said that on stream, unless somebody drops a 0, and then fucking boom, he jinxed the shit out of us. Fucking Canadian jinxes, man. They're worse than gypsy curses. I swear to God. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with us for the weekly update. My name's Glanzer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe and comment what your team is going to pick for this week's Team Wars. And we're gonna keep playing some South Park. We're gonna play South Park for half an hour to an hour, something like that. Not too long. Just get our packs and then roll on to the next thing. We have a bunch of stuff we want to do tonight, and I want to get to bed at a decent fucking time tonight. All right, guys. So we're gonna hang out for a little bit longer though. So make sure you stick around. I appreciate every single one of you, and if you're on YouTube, thanks for sticking around till the end. We'll see you next time. Peace. Oh, that's not the right one.